Hi everyone, Bandana here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our Broken Arrow campaign playthrough. You will notice that I've unlocked the next two missions. However, the one we're going to play is We Are the Night, which is the one we haven't played yet. I've played through it once. It is quite a difficult mission. I don't feel you are given everything you really need for this mission, and at the end there is a major issue which I feel will be making the game or making the mission extremely difficult for new players to finish, and having had a look on the official Discord, there are a lot of complaints about it, so I'm going to discuss that while we're playing rather than at the end, so it makes more sense. So let's head into the mission.
We are at the gates of Kaliningrad, but the situation in the east is getting critical. Vilnius has fallen, and the Russian forces advancing from Belarus are pushing hard in our direction. We must rapidly subdue Kaliningrad before the Russian reinforcements can close the Suwalki Gap and stab us in the back. Civilians have been evacuated, and the garrison of the city is preparing for a long battle of attrition. They will have months' worth of supplies, and we don't have time to lay a siege. We need to move east immediately. We need to break the morale. I've requested FA-18 Hornets of the Marines to be loaded with napalm.
The official name is firebombs.
Rebrand them as much as you like. They'll do the job just as well.
A very cunning plan, General. Although, I have an alternative proposal that doesn't involve burning a multi-secular city to the ground. May I? The garrison is mainly composed of infantry on foot, with the mechanized troops held in reserve as a reaction force. A simultaneous attack of our troops to the north and the south of the city would force them to send their reserves away from the city center. This would leave the enemy HQ vulnerable to a decapitation strike carried out by our special forces. We have traced the endpoint of communications sent to the military governor of the oblast commanding the garrison.
Then let's bomb the place to the ground and be done with it. No need to show off with special forces.
The endpoint is the basement of the House of Soviets, probably the biggest brutalist-style cube of concrete ever built by the Soviet Union. Bombs won't work. We will use the cover of night and follow the Pergolia River using our newest Silent Hawk stealth helicopters to approach undetected. A Delta Force team will assault the building, capture the governor, and force him to order the surrender of the garrison.
This plan makes no sense and has no chance to succeed. We proceed my way.
No, General. We will proceed my way. The intercepted message has been deciphered, and it gives the governor the power to use nukes should the city fall. The possibility of nukes being used makes it a threat to national security. And so you have been placed under my command. Major Williams, hand over the signed order to the General, please.
Sorry, General. The orders are clear.
What is the meaning of this? I am in command of all our forces in the Baltics. I'm not gonna let some spook in a suit take command of my forces.
You will, General. Or we will find someone else to do it in your place. That goes for you too, Commander. So I hope I can count on your full cooperation. Major Williams.
Yes, sir?
Congratulations, you've just been promoted Lieutenant Colonel. You will be in charge of creating the distraction while my guys do their job. Commander, you will assist me on the planning and execution of this raid. Let's go.
So I don't like this guy. There's still something dodgy going on. Obviously we'll play on Elite. I understand that some people have been struggling on the other difficulty levels as well. I'm going to show you it can be done on Elite, though we might not get to do all of the side quests, but we will complete the mission. Lots of special forces.
forces away from the river.
Here we go.
Lots of lovely artillery. Unfortunately, she won't actually help us at all in this mission. She just goes to a point and then stops.
Commander, escort Delta forces to the target building. Stay over the river to avoid detection.
Right, I'm just going to pause and zoom out here. So let me just talk about this mission quickly to help anyone out who maybe doesn't want to watch the whole playthrough. You do have to stick to the river and sort of follow your way up it, so use multiple waypoints or just move your choppers bit by bit. At this stage, you don't need to make them go low altitude. In fact, it will cause them to get stuck on things, so don't do it. You just need to make sure you stick to the river. Once you get up here, you will be spotted regardless, at this point, I believe. So don't worry, you are going to get spotted. Now, although the enemies are going to be slightly distracted, once you get here and you take this building, they're going to come at you with a huge amount of forces. So many forces, you aren't going to be able to contend with them. You do not have the supply, you do not have the amount of points to buy the units, and your helicopters will become useless very quickly because they have a load of manpad teams, aka anti-air missile teams. So while initially your helicopters may seem like they're going to be very useful, and that's all you get in this mission, they're actually just going to start dying without doing a huge amount, because the range on the anti-air missiles is pretty big, and you will struggle to see them on this map. You'll just suddenly have a missile hit you. I actually found that I just had to evac this area. Everything that was there died, and I got a few units out of there to try and do other objectives. They never took this building back, so I technically held it. And I don't know if that was a bug, but I'm just to make you aware, at least on Elite, it is nearly impossible to survive, because the amount of stuff they send at you, you do not have enough resources to manage it. And obviously, you know, no amount of micro helps when it's your units are in buildings, because you can't smoke them off or anything. Everyone else is just firing at the buildings. And then the final part of the mission takes place over here, and I apologize because this is spoilers. You're not given the right unit, and we'll talk about that when we get there. I won't spoil it any further, but you'll see what I mean when it happens. Let's go.
Aircraft here. Roger, Wilco. Flight plan confirmed.
So, she'll do a great job at that side. These guys don't do very much over there. They kind of just get bogged down.
Flying there.
But as I say, the AI will stop before they get anywhere near helping you.
Their troops are retreating from the harbor to counterattack my push.
So you can see they're going to the sides of the map, away from us at the minute.
New heading set.
You seem to know those guys from Delta Force pretty well, Counselor. You've worked with them before, am I right?
You really don't have the credentials to get this kind of information, Williams. Focus on your objectives and try to look the other way as much as possible.
Flight plan confirmed.
He's a bit of a dick, this guy. He's even more of a dick if you lose a helicopter.
Plan updated. Flying there now.
Shots fired.
So we get spotted.
It's okay, you're almost there. Proceed as planned.
What I'm going to do is try and unload this right on this building. Maybe that one.
Instant delivery. Little bird ready.
We need to just scramble and get into the buildings as quickly as possible. But as I say, it won't end well for us either way.
Rangers ready for action. Rangers at your command, sir. Chopper.
Touchdown. Go, go, go.
Just going to quickly pause and give all my units commands, because it obviously takes a minute to
Weapons team here. Weapons team at your order. Rangers here. We're in combat.
Delta 1-1. Enemy HQ under our control. Lots of supplies in here, but no trace of the target so
comb through the building.
Roger
Just
that.
assume that
If he's
most of your
not here,
forces
you
are gonna
can't have
die.
gone far. Look for intel and
These
search
units
any alternative location where we
don't
might
have
find
any weapons.
Commander, establish a defensive
These have
perimeter
some
around the building. We have a lot of enemy movement
guns, but
converging on
nothing
your
useful.
location.
So what we're going to do is just evac them all. We might just try and pick up some of those with that. You guys are just going to evac because there's absolutely nothing you can do here. You're going to evac as well. I'm going to try and split this if I can, and put some in over here. We can call in reinforcements, so what we're going to do is grab one of those and grab javelins. I can only afford one. Javelins are expensive. Is this cheaper? Yes, it is. Fine, so we'll get them in now. Eventually, it's going to be difficult to get stuff in, so... Oh, shit. As you can see, we're getting hit pretty hard immediately. We just have to try and get these guys out of the building and try and get them healed. You're going to come over here, and then you're going to evac. Hopefully those guys are on the way in. They are. These guys are healing slowly. These guys are getting torn apart. Try and pull them back. Try and unload these in this building. You guys get back in here. You guys get back in here. Helicopters. Reinforcements are there. Try and get these guys in.
Something for you. Just say you a picture of all the enemy positions. Don't forget to thank me with a beer when I'm back.
Helicopter is in the air.
Just try to
Let
come
me get
back in
you
one piece
out.
already.
Do any of you speak Russian? We could try to radio the surrender order ourselves after all.
Rangers ready for combat.
Okay, forget about that. Anything else?
We found the entrance of the tunnel network in the basement. The target must have fled that way. Radio comms will be out while we're in there. See you on the other side.
I'm doing better this time because I split the
House of
supply.
Soviets has been built
This
on
is
the
a lot
ruins of
better
the
than
old Prussian
previously.
castle. There could be miles and miles of tunnels under the city.
Commander, keep your position until the deltas resurface.
You
In
better
the
come over here
meantime, try
and
to
heal.
expand your perimeter.
You try and
We
get in
never
there.
know. The guy could be hiding somewhere.
So now I want you to try and take everything here. I wouldn't. I'm not sure I'd honestly risk it. These guys can deploy here. I managed to take one of these, I think, in the last time I played. But it's a challenge to say the least. Chinook does not want to unload. Come on, just unload there, please. Thank you.
Snipers here.
Snipers in there.
Team at your command, sir. We have a building to secure.
Let's get everyone in here. You come here and then evac.
No trace of our man here. Try another district.
Bring another one of these in with some squads of those and that. And maybe some supply. I'm just going to tell that to come here. Going to get our Rangers.
Your command, sir.
And get these guys to push this way as well.
Place fire in that building. Rangers,
Just
standing
going to
by.
put some of our own troops in this building. Not that they ever seem to take it, as I say, but I'm just going to make sure we have some units in there.
Rangers, standing by.
I actually feel like there's less coming at us than last time. I have no idea what dictates that, but I definitely set it to elite, so...
This is Delta 1-2, do you copy? Our tunnel exited in the crypt of the cathedral. No sign of the target.
Copy 1-2. Where are the other groups?
We split to maximize the search area. They haven't made contact yet?
Negative. You're the first group to resurface. Don't move. We're coming to get you. Commander, link up with them and take them
we
with
need
your
to go and
group.
get these guys.
Standing by. Touchdown.
You guys deploy there.
Rangers ready for combat.
Let me get one ranger squad to come with me.
On ass, we're moving. I love big
I
guns.
actually would like those guys to get in here. I've sent them in the wrong place. I want the AGL in this front building. So I have two AGL teams here.
Rangers ready for action. 75th at your orders. Heavy weapons ready.
These guys push up this way. You are going to retreat. These guys are looking a little bit worse for wear.
You like big guns too? Need some heavy firepower? Get in that building. Rangers lead the
You
way.
guys come and get them. You guys probably just get in that building. You guys are going to push up this way. See the amount of stuff that's coming in now. We're sort of having issues not being panicked. I'd love to get a helicopter with some supplies in to here. In fact, 2 of those helicopters with supplies would be very good, because then I need to drop supplies here as well.
No joy in this district. Try another one.
Well, look who's here, boys. You don't mind if we come along, Commander?
So we've got some special forces now, so we'll send them back over this way. As you can probably tell, it's getting a bit chaotic here. We're going to start losing more units, so we're going to try and get them out.
Get the fuck off! Move! Weapons team under fire, requesting orders. Move, move, move! Weapons team in combat, requesting
Stop there and try and rearm.
Quickly now!
Try and get these guys in.
Anti-armor standing by. Delta Force ready. Get your asses in that
I'm
building.
going to get these guys in this building now. As you can see, there's just a massive, massive, massive number of
Chopper awaiting
This is
infantry
Delta
coming in.
1-4. Do you read?
All the dopes.
No joy on the target. Our tunnel led into the sewers. We've exited
There
into
come
a
the-
swampy puddle of shit right next to the railway bridge.
Copy 1-4. Hunker down. We will link up with you.
The anti-air
We'll take cover
stuff's
in the
coming in
nearby
now.
warehouse. Fuck's sake! I swear Russian shit stinks worse than ours.
Load these here.
One bird down. Repeat, bird down.
Yeah, as I say, once the
Get more attention.
yeah, he's really annoying, by the way. He will bitch at you for every helicopter you lose. It's very frustrating. As soon as those man pads turn up, you're fucked, basically. There's no good outcome. You're just in trouble.
Rangers at your command, sir.
Get these guys over here. We should be able to get the Delta Force teams.
Chopper reporting in. We've been hit, Master Warrior.
Yeah, I forgot that was there, so he's going to die.
Another
Yeah,
helicopter down.
that was my fault for forgetting I'd called it in. Oh, fuck off.
Hey, Commander.
He's really
Glad
annoying.
to see ya. Hope you don't mind the smell.
So basically what we're going to do now is a tactical withdrawal, because we cannot defend against this amount of stuff. We've lost this. There's no way we can hold that, so we retreat. Get out any forces we can and just run.
Copy. Let's move. Detachment Delta in combat. Don't be sitting ducks. Get in there. Deploy smoke. Go, go, go. What are your orders?
I don't know why these guys are suddenly stuck. Oh, they've gone in the ditch or the water. I don't know.
Rangers here, we're under fire! Rangers in combat, what are your orders?
This is Delta 1-3. Delta 1-3 reporting. Do you
Hey,
copy?
they're all the way over there,
1-3,
so they're going to be
go
very
on,
hard
I
to
read
get to,
you.
but we're going to try.
We've reached the end of our tunnel. It leads to the basement of a building near the lake.
Rangers at your command,
The target
sir.
can't have come this way.
Squad,
The outer door was still locked from the inside.
As I say, they will
Copy,
not take
1-3.
that back,
Stay
it
where you
seems.
are. We
So
come to
I
pick
wouldn't
you
worry, unless my game has been bugged twice. But as I say, there is a point where you just don't have enough to hold, because, or it feels that way. Maybe someone who's amazing at micro and faster than me can manage it better, but
Rangers ready for combat.
I just don't feel like I can do it.
Search and destroy. Delta Force, engage in combat. Keep pushing. Less drama. Surrender is not a Ranger word. Rangers here, we're in combat. Rangers here, we're engaged. Rangers in combat, what are your orders? Rangers here, we're under fire. They got us surrounded again, poor bastards. Move the fuck up.
It's going to be very difficult, because they're just constant. I think it's going to be very difficult for us to
Rock and roll. Rangers in combat.
reach.
Delta here, we're engaged.
I'm going to have to pull them back to try and get them healed. I'll try and push these ones up to try and get to them. That Delta Force team seemed nearly impossible to get to. I have no idea why they've just stopped there. Oh,
Standing by.
I can smoke. I can smoke.
Go, go, go. Rangers in combat.
They're so far away, and because you can't bring choppers in. You cannot bring choppers in. That's, you know, that is what it is.
Move your asses.
There's no option when it comes to helicopters, because they'll just get shot down. So the only way over there is by foot.
Who knew you'd
They're going to die soon, incidentally. They just die anyway. I'm not sure if you can save them, or if they're just a guaranteed death, basically.
moving?
I assume if you had stuff pre-placed there, maybe.
Weapons team here.
Get another AGL squad in that building. Yeah. Smoke off, run.
Look alive.
There's just, you know, there's cords sat around the place, there's infantry around the place.
Move, move.
I think this is a waste of time.
Fast as your dumb.
I think it's just, yeah, there's no way I'm getting over to them, so I just ignore them. It's a secondary objective. I don't think it's worth it. There's a much more important objective we need to start thinking about.
Combat. Anti-armor team in combat. Pop and smoke.
We need to think about the final objective, which will crop up soon.
Detachment Delta ready. Move, move, move.
Commander, the Deltas are still waiting for you to link up with them.
Yeah, they're going to die. I can't link up with them. You haven't given me any vehicles. I can't bring helicopters in. And our allies are just sat there not doing anything. And they're just kind of bogged down. So the mission in that sense is not very well scripted. Because our allies wouldn't just stop there. They'd keep pushing to try and help us. You know?
Rangers lead the way.
So I think that's a little bit silly. We need a killer egg, because it's not even a killer egg, just a little bird. A little bird with our remaining sniper, and we're just going to bring them in here. And we need to take them up here and get them in position up here. The game will not tell you this, and if you're a new player, you probably won't know. But the only unit you have which can laser designate in this situation is basically the sniper. And for some reason, Deltas can't do it, and that's the only unit they give you. So
Weapons team under fire, requesting orders.
we're going to try and get these out,
Move out. Move. Watch
because they're out of supplies anyway. Smoke off.
deployed. Get your head out of your 4.0 contact.
Going down this hill will help. So then they can't see us.
Combat requesting orders. Move your fucking asses.
And they're probably going to die, but
Heavy
never mind.
weapons team engaged in combat. Weapons team in combat.
Oh, they're being
Requesting
ignored
orders.
now. Interesting.
We're the best you can get. Rangers at your command, sir.
Right.
Little bird here.
So what we're going to do with this guy is just bring him up to here.
Maximum power.
And we're going to tell him to go low now, just in case.
Flying there now.
I'm just going to have him preemptively unload there. Because if you don't do this, you'll spend your life trying to kill this guy at the end. As I say, the game does not tell you you need this. It just says about laser designating, but it doesn't provide you the unit to do it. You just sort of have to work it out yourself, and if you're brand new to the game... Oh, sometimes helicopters get stuck on buildings
Flight plan received.
when they're in low altitude mode. Because they want to fly over it rather than go round it. Halving issue, they should look at that as well.
Little bird awaiting mission.
It's too long, Commander. We're losing the initiative, and Delta 1-1 is still underground somewhere.
We never had the initiative.
Little bird ready. Little bird
Alright.
is mission ready.
Delta 1-1, is that you?
Flight plan confirmed.
Delta 1-1, do you read?
Weapons team ready.
This is Delta 1-1. We resurfaced near the stadium. Numerous
Right.
hostiles detected. Target presence confirmed. I repeat, target presence confirmed.
Bingo!
Need to
we
kill
got
him. For some reason, he's walking around
They're loading
the
trucks.
car park.
Looks like they're prepping to
Flight
move.
plan confirmed.
I don't know why he's
With all the
walking
stuff
around.
They have on the ground. We'll be mauled if we attack on foot. There are also several high-end SORAD systems, so helicopters are a no-go as well.
Don't worry, there's no need to get our hands dirty. Now that the target is out in the open, we'll hit him with a precision strike. Nothing in this district. The target might be somewhere else. Williams, transfer the control of the HIMARS to the commander.
We got these.
Here you go, Commander. Those precision
Now-
strike missiles are pinpoint accurate and can be guided by laser in case the target is on the move. Fire multiple at once in case
Oh,
one gets
shut up.
intercepted.
Let me tell the people what they want to know.
Commander, the Deltas are
Oh
under
my
attack.
God.
Go and help them.
No, they're dead. Leave me alone. Right. These units are great if the target is stationary. If a target is moving, their blast radius is tiny compared to their explosion. So if I was to fire them here, even though he's just a random infantry officer, even if he's within the blast radius, it looks like, he will just walk away unharmed. So,
At your orders, sir.
we're going to need a sniper team to do the hard work, so we will move this sniper team up. That's why I called it in. This is the only thing we have. You can either shoot him with the sniper team, which is one of the achievement things, or you can laser designate him. I'm going to laser designate him to show you how to do it the easy way.
We move in silence.
Because I don't understand for a new player why they haven't given a unit that has laser designation capability. I don't know if at some point Delta Force did and they removed it. It's that kind of situation, you know. Why give a weapon that needs laser designation for this task to actually kill the target without giving a laser designator to the player? As I say, I looked on the official Discord when I played this because I was like, this is bad. New players are going to really struggle. And sure enough, there are a lot of people complaining about it. It's, you know, a lot of casual new players to these games are going to play in a campaign. You have to kind of make it easy for them, especially early on when they won't have experienced the laser designation system much. You do it once in the tutorial. I mean, it's not much.
Weapons team at your command, sir.
Those guys can just go and get in the building.
Snipers standing by.
So we got a little bit of weight. I'm just going to speed this up. Because nothing will happen now until we get there. Those guys, for some reason, are alive still. We're not going to link up with them. I'm surprised they're still alive. So, all we're going to do here is slow it back down. We're going to get this guy in, or get them into here. We're going to turn off automatic fire. So we want them on return fire only, so they will not shoot themselves. Plus we don't want them to get spotted. And then once they're in the tree line there, we will... You can see that there. He is out of range for the weapons. He's technically in range now, so you could kill him from there. We're not going to. We're going to laser designate him, as I say. If you want the achievement, or the medal for the mission, I should say, then you do want to just shoot him. Then grab these guys, click Precision Strike, and just click somewhere near him. And they will use the laser designation to fire that and kill him. They're pretty quick, to be fair. And obviously, because it's laser designated, it won't miss. And that's the only way you'll hit him. Because he moves fast enough that you'd have to judge it perfectly to catch him in the missile.
Delta 1-1. Target
Bang,
transformed
dead.
into a smoking crater. Kill confirmed.
Great job, team. Adapt and overcome as usual. Pack up an RTB. The round's on me.
So, concept for the mission is absolutely outstanding. I love the concept for the mission. But a little bit too much stuff comes at you with man-pads to make the helicopters viable once you're in, because man-pads are that strong against the helicopters. And at the end there, really for most players, you should be giving them something that can laser designate. And then, you know, you don't have to give them a sniper, because you can kill the target VIP with a sniper to get the bronze medal, which is all well and good. You can leave that separate, but make sure there's something in that building that can laser designate to make life easier for new players. I just think, you know, I wonder who's tested these missions sometimes, that they haven't really thought about what new players would need. Sometimes it feels a bit like expert players have played, which isn't always ideal to have expert players as your play testers. You want people from a variety of experience levels. And Don't Lose a Single Helicopter is, I think that's completely doable. You just have to get them out early, and you just have to accept that you can't hold that position because you're going to get overwhelmed. But yeah, good mission in concept, few niggling issues, in particular at the end there. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow for the next one.